Hey guys, it's me JJ here, and today I'm going to teach you how to animate like Swoozie. I'm just gonna locate a Swoozie animation that we're picking up from. So I'm just gonna find a Swoozie. So I have created a folder here called JJ Animate, and this is for my animation. And so I had to practice based on what Swoozie does. So there's certain things that you can see in a Swoozie animation. I'm just going to run through this quick. So, obviously it creates a border for the face, and you got a shadow here. Also little features like cheek, blushing cheeks maybe, or a smile, eyes obviously. And if you've noticed, he uses these shadows. So something with Swoozie you'll notice a lot is he likes to add a small, it's very simplistic, but it's a nice depth, because when you add these little shadows it creates more of a body frame, it creates more of a presence, rather than just drawing a stick figure and you don't know what's going on. So if I was doing something like this, I'll start from scratch, forget this. If I was trying to do my own Swoozie, and this is me explaining, so say if you wanted to do your own editing, and obviously you're not gonna be Swoozie, I'm not Swoozie, so Swoozie has his own style, so you can't be him, but you've got to take inspiration from people. You see someone doing something you want to do, you take inspiration. So if I started off, say, alright, I want to draw a body, like a person, a character. First, I'm going to select the color. You might, because I'm like a light skin mixed race, I would choose this color because this color seems to relate to me the most. Now, I'm not just going to draw it because for me, that's a bit messy. Like if I was to do a face like that, and probably the color's not a bit, so that's more of a, I'd say about there, well, whatever. So I'm not gonna just draw a face like that. What I am gonna do is go to the select tool. I'm gonna select a circle and create a reasonable size face, or bigger face, whatever you like. Obviously I can't do anything with that because there's no color. Go get the fill bucket, and if you know your tools, I'm not really good for Photoshop tools, but if you know your tools, this can be a lot easier for you. Fill in that, and now you're thinking, okay, what about the border for the face? So I'm gonna go to here, do a right click on there, find blending options at the top. You go wait for that to load, go to stroke, and select how big you want that border around, and make sure the position is on the outside, so that that border stays on the outside and only goes bigger like this, not inside, because if you make it inside, say, it's just going to go on the inside, and you probably don't want that. You could have that on this case if you want to do that. So actually you can make it a little bit inside, or you can make it bigger outside, depending on what you want. Your animation style might be quite different to what Swoozie is doing. But so there we go, I have my makeshift face. Now I'm going to add a shadow, because he likes to add, as I've said in the practice, there's a shadow. As you can see, if you look at the face, there's a nice shadow here indicating that that's the back of his head. Now if I'm going to do that, what I'm going to do is click on the layer where I've drew the face. I'm going to add a selection tool, quick select, find the quick selection, select that, and what you're going to do is now click on that empty layer you've just created and start to draw a shadow in black around that area, right, where he's in a way put his shadow. And you might want to adjust this, so I'm going to adjust it a bit, so I might make it a bit to my liking. I want the shadow to be a bit, more, I don't know, thinner, because I made it a bit too big, I'd say. Alright. Right, so say I want that. What I'm going to do now to make that shadow is look at the opacity here. It's at 100. So reasonably 10% to about 25. I normally go for 10% because I want it very subtle. Then I'm going to deselect. And now, as you can see, I've created a kind of face, right? All I need to do is add the little features, which is very easy if you know what you're doing, you know what I mean? Just simple eyes, whatever. And for mouth, I would suggest, I created a copy of a mouth from Swoozie's mouth, so I decided to create my own type of mouth so that I can control it. And you just put wherever you want to put it, basically, and it speaks. Now if you think about animation for the mouth, what you're gonna do is, say you completed it and you want to open, you go keep it like that, save it, as a PNG, or depending if you want to move the character around the image, we'll put the character by itself and move it around the image, you're going to save it as a PNG. But you might want to save it as a JPEG if you want it just stuck in a picture, right? Now, if you want the mouth moving, what you're going to do is keep everything in the background the same. Say the background's blue. You're going to keep it the same. You're going to make the background blue. Sorry, not black, blue. Cool. Right. The mouth, I'm going to get rid of the mouth. And I'm going to add a smile. This is a very... I had to pay really good attention to this detail. Add a smile. And say, alright, so I want a talking mouth. You're going to save a picture, a PNG of this, or a JPEG of this. And then you're going to save a PNG or JPEG of this. And I want you to notice something. When I put the mouth, it kind of speaks, right? So every time you do a new save, you're going to save as that, save as that. And obviously the mouth's not going to be that big, because obviously you can see the problem here. So that's just a simple rubbing out part of it, right? Whatever. You know, just make it how you can, whatever. It's a mouth, whatever. It's talking. Hey, my name is da. And so we've done that part. So I'm just gonna make the background white again because it's a bit distracting for me. So I hope that explains what you're doing there. With the body, what I'm gonna do. Also, guys, when you finish like a full face, for example, don't merge the mouth because you want to be able to edit the mouth. But make sure the shadow is merged with the border and the colour of the face. Make sure that's all merged together so that you can take full control. Now, if you want to move it around, select all layers that you want to move around and just move it to wherever you want. Now you don't have to worry about placing things over here when you move something. Because if I only select the face and nothing else, everything else is going to just, you know what I mean? So just make sure if you want to move it around, you're moving everything together like that. And the body, for example, easy. You're going to do the same kind of principle. So I'm not going to focus on the face right now. I'm going to do the body. So say he wants a body, or you want a body to use. Same thing. You're going to take a fill tool, whatever color you want. Go to blending, add a stroke again, inside, outside. You know, it's up to you. Remember, sorry, the shadow. I'm going to create a new layer on top of that body. And I'm going to add the black. And if you notice how he does, you know, I'm going to show you again how he does the body shadow. So it goes a bit like wee. So I'm just going to do that same thing here, yeah? Wee, down, up. Right. Add the opacity, turn that a bit down. And now you have a face and a body. Cool. So I want to move the face over that. 1, 2. Move the face. Now we have a face and a body. Easy, right? So I hope that explains the very basics of the character creation of what Swoozie does, and obviously you can add a lot more things. Remember, in animation it's that type of thing where it's like a step by step, it's frame by frame. So if you want a character doing something, you've got to like draw one thing happening and then save it, screenshot, you know, save as a file, and then move that arm to another place, and it's just putting together a bunch of pictures and making it move. That's all animation is. So if you can do that, go for it. So all the best with this journey, and I hope this video helps those that want to do animation a bit like Swoozie and other YouTubers. Thank you.